everybody, welcome to your weekly read with Yolanda Bruce. This is being posted on Magenta Moon and I will be putting it out for other people. If you want to share it, just go ahead and share it on your link, or I believe you can just hit the bottom and share it to your page. This is a general reading for July 29th to August 5th, 4th or 5th, so it'll be Saturday and Sunday. So I'm doing this on Sunday. And I wanted to get this out for you so you could take a peek at it and see what's happening. So this week, it looks like it's not too much going on. There are some planets in retrograde. There's like a 6 alignment happening. You have on the 28th, Mercury, Mars, Jupiter, Uranus, Neptune, and Saturn are all aligning. That means they're very, very close, relatively close. A lot of them are in retrograde. Seems to be a lot about humanitarian things, resetting things, trying to work on things and do them in an appropriate, good way to help humanity in an overall energy. So on the opposite of that, Mercury retrograde starts on Saturday, so it goes from August 4th until the 27th, 28th, because it's a little before, a little after. So this week you could start to see some little bit of sprinkling of Mercury retrograde. Mercury retrograde will bring about communication issues, miscommunication, delays, computer glitches. It could get in the way of travel plans. So if you're traveling, you might get a little, bump in the road here and there. It shouldn't be too much because, like I said, it doesn't go into full effect until about the 4th or 5th. Mercury retrograde is a time for you to evaluate your life, your emotions, body, mind, and soul. Basically, what is serving you, what's not serving you, what do you maybe need to get rid of. It's an internal thing. So sometimes during this month, you might not get as much communication from your friends or your family, or there might be miscommunications, because in this one, it is going to be coming in Mercury retrograde in Virgo, and it's about the 17th, it's going to go into the sign of Leo. But basically, it's showing that this retrograde will be affecting possibly friendships or falling out. So this might be a time to evaluate what people are serving you, who might be using you, being hung up on relationships, things in your house, maybe do a summer cleaning, get things cleaned out. But what I would say, and I say this to a lot of people, Mercury retrograde is less devastational or annoying, I guess you could say, if you're willing to be open to the things that maybe you need to get rid of, take care of, you're seeing the wrong way, forgiveness. And sometimes forgiveness really isn't about saying it's okay that you did it, it's kind of letting it go. And letting it go, not that it's okay, but that it's not holding you anymore. It's not giving you grief. It's like, okay, fine, it happened, it's done. I forgive it, not guaranteeing friendship or this or that, but I'm letting it go because I don't want it to hurt me or aggravate me anymore. That's the energy. So during this time, I would say these are a couple of things that I wrote down. Don't rush into any major decisions. Take your time. You can make a major decision, but like I said, Mercury retrograde will cause things to not all be there. Maybe you don't read all the fine print. Somebody's communicating a certain way. So before you make any major decisions, my advice is to wait until September. If you're making any major choices like houses and things, buying new cars, whatever, during this month, I would say maybe wait a little bit, or just really be careful. So reading all the details of your documents, making sure you're not signing yourself into something and you don't look at the fine print. So be careful with that. Think before you're launching any big projects. No major purchases if you can help it, because what happens is, because of all the communication and the mishaps, this happened last year, I think, or during COVID. There was a retrograde going on, and a lot of people had ordered stuff from places, especially electronics, on Black Friday, and it was during retrograde. And these people were not always getting their stuff, or they were getting broken things, or they were getting things that were like almost Christmas, and they were finally getting their electronics. So I would say right now, just hold off if you can, unless you really need it, because sometimes you'll get mishaps on delivery, you'll get broken items, you'll have to return them. Sometimes it gets like that's when I think our packages travel. I don't know if you've ever had a package from FedEx and it goes to 4 different states, and it's like down and back and around. It usually happens during Mercury retrograde. Also know that your computers could be glitching. Some things could happen with that. Limit your travel. Mercury retrograde will cause you to get flat tires, broken things will blow up, you'll get delays if you're flying, you might have a delay, you might miss your flight, you might have to stay. My son traveled every single year during Mercury retrograde. I can't even speak. It's going to affect your speech too. It's coming in. It's all about communication. So when he would come, he always came in August, and for some reason it lasts about a month. This child would be stuck in airports or canceling flights. So I just say, please limit your travel unless you really have to go somewhere. Don't argue with others, because there could be miscommunications. Things could come out the wrong way. You could get into major fallout or fight. So just try not to argue if you can. Don't be too hard on yourself, because what's going to be happening is all this stuff that you need to deal with or that you're shoving down is going to be percolating up to the top. Literally, be patient with yourself. Be gentle. During this time, my advice for you is to be grounded. So you're going to be trying to get enough sleep. Be careful how much caffeine, unless you need caffeine to keep going. Make sure you're eating a good diet. Make sure you, maybe if you like to carry crystals, or if you meditate, if you pray, whatever, things that keep you grounded. Try not to go off onto mental, like, I don't know, like, what do they call them, like those hidden trails, whatever. I don't even know, the word's not coming to me, but just be careful. Think about what you need in your life, and the things that are in your life that maybe you don't need, or the things that are costing you money that you're really not using, things that you're trying to do, like you have just so much stuff. See what you can get rid of, or like lighten up. Just a warning, it's not anything that's like something's gonna just devastate your life, but it can be an inconvenience. And I always tell my people, if you're willing to be open, I really feel that Mercury retrograde is going to be less damaging or affecting you. And know that if something goes wrong, sometimes if we know what's behind it, or if we can say, you know, hey, it's Mercury retrograde, really annoying, but okay, fine. I'm just going to be patient and deal with it, like Yolanda said, and I'm not going to get crazy, because what'll happen is, when something happens to your car, your thing, you lose something, miscommunications, you get frustrated, all the things that you're pushing down, that thing that upsets you is going to trigger something, or it's going to open something. And then when you're sitting alongside of the road and your car's broke down or the tire's flat, you're looking at all the things that are coming. Like, now I got this and this and this and this, or this person's doing this and they do this all the time. So when that happens, look and see, or if you're getting triggered by something, why? Okay, these are all questions you need to ask yourself, because this is for your benefit. I know it's a pain in the butt, but it's supposed to be for your benefit. So we'll see. I gotta get through it too. Mine's telling me to be gentle. I think it said don't do too much. Don't spend too much. Be careful, because I did a personal reading today to see what was going on. Be careful with my spending. Be careful with words and stuff like that. So it's definitely coming into Mercury for me, and I have a rising sun in Leo, so it'll have that effect. So with that being said, get ready for Mercury. I felt it was important to let you guys know. Earth signs, you have laid a solid foundation. Now is a lucky time, and watch your words. So I would say, make sure you're on solid ground, that you're not doing crazy things, maybe saving your money, kind of like it told me. It's a lucky time. Could still be that you could have advantages, you could get opportunities, but I would say before you sign on the dotted line, before you go and do things, make sure you're looking at all the details, not just the little pretty glittery stuff that's like shining your face, like, oh, because I'm a Taurus. I know we like the glittery stuff. Air signs. So earth signs are going to be Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. Our air signs are going to be Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. And for you, you got trust the great mystery, overcome any obstacle, and spirit has your back. So there's something going on that you're not aware of, and it seems like an obstacle. Of course, Mercury retrograde's coming. Just believe that God has your back, spirit, whatever you want to call him, I don't know. But just believe that it's supposed to be. Just trust in what's going on. Whew, there's a bug, sorry. Trust in what's going on, and know that you can pray, you can meditate, know that whatever's out there in the universe has your back. It's for a reason, okay? So just don't get too crazy. Water, you have Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. For you this week, we have bring a gentle touch, turn knowledge into wisdom, and trust in the magic. And then you also got be fearless and bold. So I feel like there's some things that are going to be coming in that you're going to have to use your brains, or things are going to be unfolding that don't seem, it says trust in the magic. So there's going to be things that might unfold for you that you just don't understand. But be gentle. The gentle touch means being gentle with others or with yourself. If you're frustrated or you're having things go on, just be gentle. I really feel like it's you. Be gentle with yourself. Be fearless and bold. Don't be scared. Don't let what's going on or something that's happening. Be smart about what you do. And I really think it'll work out for you. Be bold. If you know what you're supposed to be doing, go for it. Then we've got our fire signs for this week, which would be Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. Make your dreams real. Time for a deep dive. And then I also got 2 cards together. Bring a gentle touch. And now is lucky time. So you got almost the same with that. So making your dreams real and time for a deep dive. I feel like there's something that you're wanting to do, something that you're thinking on, something you dream about doing. And I think the time for a deep dive is during Mercury retrograde. You're going to have this time to be able to look. I feel like you need to look and start making plans. They want you to do your dream. They want you to ponder it and make it a plan. Make yourself be able to do it. And the other part is being gentle, and it's a lucky time. So I think with you guys, it's just, I know fire can get a little feisty, so maybe being gentle with others. And now is a lucky time. It could be things that are going to go in your positive, or you might get raises, you might get job opportunities, and if it's dreams being real and for a deep dive, you might get offered something that you can do. But I think what it's saying is that make your dreams real, time for a deep dive. It's time to make sure you can do it, you can handle it, and everything like that. And then the other part is, and if you feel like it's good, go for it. You know, you have good luck and it's going to be happening. So the overall energy for all of us collectively is this and that are true. So if you think there's no hidden stuff, if you think, if it looks how do I say this, if it looks like this, it's probably this. Okay, so just keep that in mind. Don't try to make something it's not, or live in denial. Or if it looks like this person's not treating you good and you feel like they're not treating you good, don't make excuses. They're probably not treating you good. Or if this looks like it's really expensive and you don't think you can afford it, but your friend's telling you, or your husband's telling you, or whatever, your mate, you can afford it. If you feel that you can't afford it, it's saying go with what you know is true. Whatever's out in front of you, showing it, like, go with it. Okay, don't make excuses or live in denial. All right, each pile we're going to go through really quickly. These are cards that I pulled. There are 5 of them. It's just messages for the week ahead. So your first card is ultimate fulfillment. Dream big. It will all work out. This is for Aries. We're starting with Aries. So this thing that you have, so you got this thing will work out, and for your stuff, you got make dreams real. So there's something that you're working on that you want to create. And I think this week, maybe some things will be coming up. You might be dreaming about it. You might be thinking about it. Maybe you're making plans for something that you're trying to work on, do, whether it's a dream job, a dream vacation, a dream business that you want to do. It could just be something you want to go rock climbing in the Alps or something like that. This week, I'm feeling like it's going to come to a head that you can say, you know, I really am going to start figuring out how much it's going to cost, or what it's going to be, or if I want to open this business, how much, you know, what do I need to get the business started. Your other card is you are complete, the world. So something is completing, okay? So something is finishing, coming to an end, but it's not coming to an end in a bad way. Usually when you get the world card means it's done, you've graduated, and now you're starting something new. And with the dream big, there may be something coming in that you've been working on that's actually going to unfold, or you might get news for this week. This is your card from, this is one of the decks that I created. It's got 2 mantras and then something, and I can't read these without my glasses, so just deal with me. I accept the ending. Oh, you got it in this one too. I am reborn into newness. Something must die for rebirth to occur. You may be holding on to something that needs to be released. There's an ending to something in your life. Okay, Mercury retrograde's coming. You have endings. You have dreams coming true. So you have something that you have to put down so the new thing can begin. So there's something that's holding you down, holding you up. It could be you don't want to leave your family or a mate. You don't want to leave that job. You might have financial constraints that you have to like figure out how to pay that debt so you can go to the next thing. But there is something that's coming to an end or culmination, but I feel like the reason it's having an issue is that whatever this thing that you want, there's something you have to end before it can happen. You take that as it resonates. Then we have gentleness. So another gentle card. You got the gentle before. Be kind to yourself and others. Honor your gentleness. Speak words of love. So if you get frustrated or if you're just be gentle, be understanding. Mercury retrograde's coming. There could be miscommunications. Just keep it in the back of your mind when you're approaching things. Emergence. Something's coming to be. That one here. And then you've got memory. So either it's something you're going to be remembering or something that, like, you're talking about dreams. It could be things that you've been thinking about. You remember doing something, or you remember this is something you want to do, and now you're finally at that point, like, you know, I think I want to do that. So I would just say, listen to your dreams, follow your dreams, use this month ahead, this week maybe too, and just work on realizing what you need, what you don't need, what you need to fix. For Aries, okay, that's for Aries, the sign of Aries. It could be your sun, your rising, your moon, whatever it falls into. That's what the message is. You're completing something to start something, but you have to get rid of or finish something before it can all come through and happen. Okay, this one is for Taurus. Taurus, you have life is a marathon. Don't burn yourself out in one sprint. You are doing too much. So please be careful. Remember not to overfill your plate. Taurus, I do it. Okay. 3 waves deep. Dive deeper. So you're going to have to go and during this time, I really think you need to do some hermit mode, which is going within, figuring out what you really want. It says life, don't burn yourself out. Don't try to make yourself do more than you can handle. Enjoy the summer. But I feel like it's time to really evaluate what you want in your life. Whether it's love, jobs, whatever. Because I feel like we're kind of in a limbo with a lot of things. These planets are all like crazy. I mean, they're really just questioning and changing everything about us. Your message one is, I am healing. I am strong. You may be recovering from heartbreak or trauma. It's a time to heal and deal with the pain. Recovery will come. Okay, so this deep dive, I think really, you've got some stuff that you have to deal with. There's some things that Mercury retrograde is going to pull up. And I think what's happening in your life is that you're going to have to deal with things that maybe have hurt you, things from the past, because they could be clouding you, holding you back, taking you down. I mean, when you're stressing out, you're exhausted. I've just dealt with sickness and illness. So mine is more taking care of my body, making changes, trying to heal. But there's some other trauma too that we all have to deal with. So during this month and during this week, I would say just really reflect on what's hurting you. Be realistic. What do you need to remove? I mean, there might be people that you have to remove from your life, or say, listen, I just need to step back. I just need some time. I feel like I need some healing. I need some alone time. And I can't be there all the time for you, because sometimes as a Taurus, we have a tendency to be very mothering, very grounded, and we want to help everybody. And then all we do is damage ourselves. So, rebirth. Reinvent yourself. Give life to your dreams. Create a new reality. Oh, wow. There's some new things. Ooh, sorry about that. There's some new things happening. When you deep dive, there must be something you're coming into that's going to be, or do you feel like you're becoming a new person, or I'm dealing with the fact that I'm changing. Sorry if that made noise. I'm new with this thing. There's a change. I'm not in one place, but I haven't left the old place. So I'm like kind of in limbo, and I feel like there's things changing. And if there's things changing, maybe that's where the deep dive is. Maybe figure out who you are now. I mean, the new energy that's coming in is totally different than it's been, okay? You got instincts, so follow your gut. Go by what you feel is right, and passion. So you have something that you might be passionate about, or find what your passion is. Maybe that's what the problem is. You need to find what makes you set on fire. That's what's going to bring you happiness and completeness. And it's not going to make everybody happy. I feel like it's going to be, you need to do what's going to help you and find what makes you burn. And not like sexual, but like what puts you on fire? Like, what do you like to do? I mean, I like to do my artwork. I like to go on vacation. I like to plan vacations. I love to fix things and create things. So I'm trying to put that in my life. So Taurus, if you are Taurus, hopefully you can find what you need to do. But there's a transition time, and you're going to get through it. Okay? So this is for Gemini. My Geminis say, out of your comfort zone, you know that inevitably must be done. Trust in the mystery. Oh yeah, there's some things that are happening in your life, Gemini, that you're not really, it's new, or it's not where you feel comfortable. And I feel like it's just a continuation of that overall energy for the air signs, that you just need to trust that you're going to get through the obstacle. Hierophant, the channel. This might be how you look at things, how you believe, how you approach things. There might be things in your life changing, and it's just new to you. It's just not, you could be becoming more religious, or you could be becoming more spiritual, or you could just be becoming like, I don't think this is working for me. I need to change some stuff, and you just need to go with it. Or something's happened to you that you've been exposed to something that has really made an impact and change on you. So you're the card that has the mantras, we have, I apologize when I am wrong. I take responsibility. At this time, there may be something you are dealing with that you need to take responsibility for. If you are living in denial, it will only hurt you in the long run. This is the same thing with Mercury. There's something that I'm not saying you did it and you said, no, I didn't do anything. It's that I think there's something that you've done in your past that has created something, and you're not really taking responsibility for it, or you're thinking that it's not a big deal. And I think what has to really happen is you have to realize your part. We all make mistakes. We all do good and bad things, whatever. But it also could be an opposite. You're thinking that you don't do anything, and there's something that you do that you just, you're doing it very well, and you don't even realize what you're doing. So there's something that you have to take or have acknowledgement about, that you're a part of it, like you did something good or bad. Okay? And then you have prosperity. So this is saying a gift of money is on its way. Your income is increasing. Manage your finances with love. Okay? So maybe you're dealing with finances, or maybe this mystery, this thing that you don't understand, is maybe money will be coming in for you. Vigilance. I think you need to just keep at it. I think that continuing the work, stone people are very grounded. They're there. It's Native American. The stone people, that's like when they say the crystals pop up. You have to ground yourself, and then you got purification. So I feel like there's something that you need to come clean on, or you need to purify your body. You may be taking in a lot of toxins, drugs, bad food, whatever. You need to purify, even like things you're watching, doing, putting in your life. I feel like you need to clean yourself out, because I think if you can clean yourself out, which might be what this Mercury retrograde is about, releasing some of the things, or acknowledging that there's some things in your life that you need to remove that aren't good for you, because you need to purify yourself. Okay, we have Cancer. To think for a minute. So Cancer, you have protect your assets. Don't be careless with what you've worked hard for. So Cancer, you have a tendency to spend your money without thinking. because you always have the access to get more. But it's telling you for this week, please be careful with your money. I feel like there's either something that's going to come up, you might have to fix the car. Like I said, Mercury retrograde, you're going to hear it through the whole thing here. This, I think, is you could possibly have something that's unexpected that comes up during that time period. So make sure you're careful with how you're spending. You have the 5 of Wands, which is scarcity. Yeah, you have some lack that's possibly coming up this week. So please just be careful with your finances. Don't go crazy buying something if you don't have a lot of surplus, because it could cause a problem. Like you could like pop a tire, you might have to buy something, the washer breaks, something of that nature. So just please be careful. So Cancer, you have, I am ready for a new start. I need to be willing to learn. So you are embarking on a new journey or project. This may require you to learn some new things. Ignorance or foolishness may be at play because this is not familiar. So there's something new that you're starting. This also could be the financial thing. Maybe there's something new that you're going to be working on because of this lack, okay? So maybe you're going to have to learn how to budget your money, or you're going to go into a business, or you're going to maybe do some financing, or you're going to change some things, and it's the beginning and you don't really know a lot about it. So be willing to learn and be open. Possibility. Yep, you got something going on. Raise your standards, elevate your expectations. You have unlimited potential. So there's something new that's coming in that you may have to learn, but there's a celebration. So it's a good thing. So maybe you're getting a new job, or you're getting a promotion, or something's coming in for you, Cancer, that you're going to be happy and celebrating. And emotion. You are a water sign, so I'm pretty sure water had bring a gentle touch, be wise, trust the magic, and be fearless and bold. So this new thing that you're doing, I think you just need to like jump into it, be ready to learn, be ready to do what you have to. But emotion, I think, is part of the celebration. You're liquidy, and I feel like it's going to be emotions that could run high during Mercury retrograde for you. Okay, so just be careful, be gentle. You know, you could get, and emotions could be like, I'm getting fired up and I want to punch you in the face type of thing. So please just be careful. Keep your emotions in check if you can. Our next one is Leo, which Leo is fire. So they had dreams real. Make a deep dive, bring gentle touch. Okay, so your first one is get ready to win. You are stronger than you know. So if you're dealing with anything and you feel a little weak, you're going to get there. Just keep going. It's kind of like the 9 of Wands energy. Don't give up. You're almost there. Let's see. We have Radiant Harmony. Queen of Wands. Well, that's beautiful. This one's got a jellyfish. Oh my gosh, my brain's not working. So it's very flowy, radiant harmony. I think that you're going to be working on, or in your life for this month, you might actually have some really good balance. It keeps showing before when I was doing readings that there was a need for balance, and I feel like this radiant harmony is like things are going to finally even out. They're going to be doing well and balancing for you. Your card is I am honest. I can speak my truth. You need to speak your mind, but in a gentle way. Let people know how you feel, even if it's something they don't want to hear. That's the gentle thing. So there may be somebody during this time frame that you're going to have to tell them where it's at. And they might not like what you have to say, but you need to do it, but just be gentle. Like you could be telling somebody, I can't do this anymore, and I'm sorry, but this is what it is, or it's becoming too much for me, or I don't want to be with you. I love you, but it's done. I'm moving on. Anything, or I don't want to do this or that, or I want to go here and I don't want to live here anymore, and I'm going to be moving, and I just wanted to let you know. But you need to speak your truth because it needs to be said. So whatever you're holding on to that you're scared to say, you need to say it, but in a nice way. We got expansion. So that could be things that are expanding in your life, your finances, your life, your job. Expansion could be knowledge too. There could be things that you're expanding into. You could be expanding a business, expanding a circle of friends or whatever. Money maybe. That would be lovely. Spread your wings and soar. Share your message and shine your light. Show the world what you're made of. Okay, so that one is just growing, maybe expanding the people you talk to. You got love and compassion, so I feel like there's going to be balance. You're not, so maybe Mercury retrograde is not going to be about stirring things up. I think it's going to be dealing with the things that you need and you don't need. Maybe I'm thinking financially, but that the compassion and the love part, you're going to be having people around you, and that it's going to be good. Or be careful. You know, it could be involving relationships. This one has two hands coming together at the heart, so it could be relationships of that nature. And then the last card you got is longevity. So that's like sticking to it. So whatever's happening or creating, it could be a relationship and there's going to be some longevity, or you need to stick with it. Maybe you're trying to speak your mind because you need to be clear about something so things can continue and keep moving. Longevity is sticking with it. Okay. So our next one is Virgo. Don't give up now. You are almost there. That's that Nine of Pentacles, or sorry, Nine of Wands energy. Just, I think that there's been a lot in the Virgo sector. You have Mercury retrograde coming in from your sign to start with, so you might get hit by it first. We have blending energies. So I feel like there's going to be people coming into your life that you're going to have to learn to blend with, learn to deal with. There's going to be different things in your life that are going to have to come together to become one. Could be people, could be thoughts, it could be different types of people's backgrounds, and you all have to try to find a way to do something together, maybe to help each other get through. Your card for this one with the mantra, you have I am connected, I am open to new things, you are connecting with someone or forming a partnership. This can be business or personal, the feelings are mutual. Yeah, there's something that you're coming together with, and I don't think they are like you. I think they're different, whether it's a friendship, a relationship, a business partnership. There's something coming together with all different aspects. I feel like it's this person does this person does this, and this person does this, but when you come together, you all can help each other to get to a better place in your life. So just be open to it. Be open to new things. It might not be the way you do things, but they could bring something to the table that you don't realize, or that could be very beneficial. You have dance. Move your body to music, dance with the rhythm of life, manifest your dreams. So just be happy. Find some joy. Celebrate with these people. Communion. I think at this point, communion to me is, by this card, this person is communing with a higher force. So I think that stay in contact with the higher force that you connect with, praying, meditating, grounding yourself by talking to that person. You could even be talking to your therapist, talking to somebody that's going to be communing with you to help you. And then you have gratitude. So either you are going to be thankful or you need to be thankful for the things in your life. Add your gratitude into your life, Virgo, and it will bring abundance and beautiful things, okay? If we're thankful for what we have, the universe will continue to bless us with the things that are coming in. Our next sign is Libra. So Libra, your card from the fishies is think outside the box. You have yet to discover. So you need to think not so structured. So if you're a Libra and there's something coming up, you might have to go to alternate ways, alternate thoughts, styles of doing something, or maybe being open to trying or looking for alternate ways that you can fix or do something. You've got one source, Ace of Wands. So this is just, I feel like this is just emotions of taking care of yourself, one place, focusing on yourself, because one is singular. So I'm going to take that as taking care of yourself emotionally too, because it's water. So with what you're dealing with. Your next card is I am patient. I am planning and preparing. Move slowly and diligently towards your goals. Things might not move as fast as you would like them for delays. So during this Mercury retrograde, I think that's key to delays. So if there's anything you're working on, Libra, make sure that you're ready for a delay. Make sure that if you're going to travel, there could be a delay. There could be traffic. There could be flight delays, things of that nature. So just keep that in mind while you're doing your stuff, and try to be patient with the man or the lady that says to you, I'm sorry, your flight is canceled, and you don't go crazy and want to punch him in the face. That could happen, because that's very frustrating when you're in an airport trying to get to the next airlines. But that could happen on traffic. You could have the slowest driver or the fastest driver, or there could be an accident, something, and you just get like, oh my gosh, I just need to get where I need to go, you know. So just be patient, guys. All right, Libra, we have find an easier pathway, go with the flow, surrender to the outcome, release your expectations. Yeah, there's something that you want to happen or to do, and you're gonna have to flow with the way. And then this is, I'm gonna use an example to help you. You go to fly out, you have your whole vacation plan, you know what you're gonna do, your itinerary, and you get to the airport and you get on the first flight and you're good. You get to the next airport and your next flight's been canceled. You get a call that the car that you need to pick up is not going to be available if you don't come in on the flight. So then you make a new flight, but then you can't have your car. You have to redo a booking, and then your hotel's fine, but you're going to pay for an extra night that you don't actually stay there. And then it's like that. It's one of those things that you just need to, so now I have to get a new car, or the car dealership blew up and there's no cars available for you, so you have to call somebody new, or the flight is canceled, so maybe you got to take a different flight, but then a different person has to come and pick you up. So that's the type of stuff that looks like your cards are unfolding. Sorry, but please be patient. Please think outside the box. Okay, I can't do it this way, but what way can I do it? How can I make this to the best of my ability? Volatility, volcano. See, I can't make these cards up. That's what you're gonna feel like. I hope not. I hope it's gonna be good, but you're gonna be volatile to want to explode. It looks like you have everything going the way you want it to, and there's gonna be delays, and it's not gonna make you happy. Affection. So either you're gonna receive affection, or you might need some affection. You might need some love. You might need some self-love. You might need someone to just come alongside of you when it's happening and give you a hug. Okay? So, good luck, Libra. I hope everything works out for you. So now we have Scorpio. Scorpio is a water sign. Let's see. Your cards have your bold side. Make the first move. Okay, so there's something that's in your life that you're going to have to pursue, do, or instigate on your own. If you're going for something, you might have, say you went for a job interview, you might have to make the call back. You might like a boy or a girl that's in your life, you might have to make the first call. There might be something that you want to do and you're waiting for other people to kind of come along, but you're going to have to do it. You're going to have to make the initiation this week. So don't sit back, just be bold. Just do what you got to do. This one's saying, this says bold too. Be fearless and bold. So there's something you're gonna have to do, even though you might think that you're not supposed to do it. So I'd love to hear what happens in your life, Scorpio. What was the bold thing or the thing that you had to do? Because it's coming out on both things. It's coming out on your water sign, and it's coming out on you specifically, Scorpio. You have Two of Waves, surging power. Yeah, I feel like this is something that you might have to use your power or use your brains or whatever to make something happen, which is why you may have to be forceful and bold to maybe protect yourself or to instigate something that needs to be done. All right, you have I am steadfast, I am focused on a goal. Commit to something and keep working on it. Follow your dreams and make them happen. Yeah, if there's something that you need to grab at, and if you don't grab at it, it might pass you by. So don't let it go by, okay? Growth. Seek out a mentor or guide. Take baby steps as you grow. Be willing to learn from others. So you need to be willing to listen to somebody. You might not know it all, or you might have to learn something. So be open that some growth might be needed, or this new thing that you're going to grab after would require you to learn something new. Vision quest. Yep, there's something you want. Something you're going after. And it's a desert, so you're going to have to water it. And you're going to have to keep it going. And you're going to have to trust the universe, or trust somebody, or trust yourself. Trust is needed. You need to trust that things are going to be there. Okay? So, good luck with that. maybe you should, during this Mercury retrograde, just figure out what you're going to be working toward, okay? And just put your mind to it. The next stack we have is Sagittarius. So Sagittarius, your routine matters. Are you content with it? So your routine matters always is a card of me that you need to get into a routine. Are you doing the things you need to do? Do you need to do something that will get you into a pattern of doing something? Your routine does matter, because like when you go to sleep, when you eat, what you're doing, what you're putting in your mind, if you're trying to work on something, your routine does definitely matter. Then you've got resourceful, Queen of Wands. You need to be smart with your money, and resourceful, which means you need to spend it wisely, or your time. Use it wisely, because you might not be planning or giving yourself some structure, and you could be either wasting time or running out of the precious time that you need, or you just have yourself all over the place and you're scattered. I am comfortable. I have balance in my life. Yeah, I think you need to create some balance, or you're kind of like, sometimes what happens is we just get so much going on that we just totally don't have a routine. We're just kind of flying by the seat of our pants, and it starts to cause problems in our life, unfortunately. Not sometimes always noticeable, but you will notice that when you don't have when everything's kind of chaotic. I don't like being in chaos. Maybe you do, but I don't. I'm just not that way. You're at a good secure place right now. You are acquiring status and stability. Yeah, so just you're working towards stability in your life, and I think that the stability requires routine, or it requires you to be maybe a little more balanced, so that you can continue and have the stamina you need to keep going. This is your next card, passion. Do what excites you. Get fired up about your life. Increase your energy levels. So let's see. Sagittarius is fire. Yeah, there's something that you're working toward. And right now's a lucky time, they're saying. So go after something that you have passion for. And you got the shaman, which could be hooking to your ancestors, things from your past, healing. This says ancient healing wisdom. So using wisdom in your decisions, or maybe doing something that will help you for overall health and wisdom coming in. Maybe meditation, maybe trying something new that way. And then agreement. So there's something that you have an agreement, or something you're going to be agreeing on. Not sure what it would be, but an agreement is contractual between two people, two things, two entities. So maybe there's something that you're going to be working on, or that you have to be connecting with, which could be the dreams being real. It's a lucky time. Be gentle. There's things that you have going on that you need to get under control, and maybe this will all unfold for you. Mercury retrograde for you, I would say just stay steadfast and be going within. I think you need some internal stuff as to what you're working toward and what you want to do. Our next sign is Capricorn. Capricorn, you have your commitment is everything, even if that requires doing it alone. Okay, so there's something you need to do, or something you have said you're going to do, even if it's going to be just you doing it. For this week, maybe there's something you agreed to do and you just need to continue to do it. Two of snow, your path. So there's something on your path that you're having to do and move on. And if it's something you've agreed to, it's something that you're supposed to be working on. I am forgiving. I am healing. You may need to give forgiveness. It is not accepting what happened. It's about releasing. Yeah, remember I said that, so you can move on. So this path that you're on is going to require you to forgive. And if something has happened, you might be walking this path alone, but you agreed to do something, or you are internally have agreed that you're going to do it. And I'm going to get there. You're not going to be there? Oh, well, I'm going to go. So just keep working on that thing, Capricorn. I think for Mercury retrograde coming up, it's also going to be about the things that maybe when you got the forgiving and you're healing, there's something that's upset you or had given you a problem, and I feel like it's going to be, I'm not saying lifted, but maybe you're going to see it in a different way where you can move on and continue. The other card you have is imagination. Envision a new reality. Give yourself permission to dream. Believe in an unlimited possibilities. So just be creative. Think of all the beautiful things that could come into your life. Don't get too stagnant. Very grounded. Capricorn, you're like a negative Nelly sometimes. And, you know, like I used to say, my best friend, he was a Capricorn, and I'm a Taurus. So I was in the clouds, and he would pull me down. And then he was so, like, on the bottom, and he was so depressing sometimes, I would kind of lift him up. So be careful that you don't get too analytical and into the grind, and you're just like, this is what it is. Like, blah, blah, blah. Be open to new, beautiful things that could come in for you, okay? Don't be too negative. Karma, what goes around comes around. Either karma is going to be for somebody else, or be careful because you might get karma during Mercury. If you've been a poopy head, you're going to get pooped on. And if you've been a good person, you should receive good karma when we're coming through. And love. Love is a beautiful thing. You have love coming in, or you need to give love during this time period for this week ahead. All right, we have Aquarius. Aquarius is an air sign. Trust in the mystery, obstacles. Okay, so shiny and new. Expect a valuable gift. So the people that have Aquarius, you could be receiving something new, something you bought, something coming in. Something is going to be new in your life. I don't know what it is. I wouldn't say it's just a gift. Change direction. So leaving things behind. So in Mercury retrograde, I'm going to tell you, you need to evaluate what you need to keep and what you need to walk away from. There's some things in your life that probably aren't suiting you or serving your overall well-being. And maybe something shiny and new is going to be a new aspect, a new thing, a new job, something coming in to help you, but you might have to leave other things behind. The Mushroom card. I am happy. I am surrounded by love. You are surrounded by people that love you and support you. You are in good accord with your intimate circle. So whatever's happening is probably dealing with a family issue or something that is about emotional or feeling alone. So if you're feeling alone, just know that you have people around you. And I think that you need to focus on the things that are good and not negative. I think that will help you. Mercury retrograde, I feel like, is going to be a time just to evaluate all the things that might be ticking you off, okay? The things that are just aggravating you, okay? And see what you can do to help it, let go of it, or whether you're entertaining it and you need to just be like, not doing it no more. I need my peace of mind. I think yours is going to be an emotional thing. I don't see delays really in yours. Oh, you got anger. Oh, yeah, there's some things pissing you off that you need to address. Or that are being pushed down so far that be careful, Mercury retrograde. If you're not willing to take a peek at things, it's going to percolate right up, and it's going to be some type of thing that's going to aggravate the hell out of you, and it's going to trigger you. Okay, so please just be careful. Anger. Safety. Oh, safely express your anger. Use anger as positive force. Honor all of your emotions. If you work out, if you do running, if you do, like, I don't say kung fu, but I don't know, karate, like things like that, find a positive way. If you're frustrated, take a walk. If you're frustrated, maybe clean the dishes. Well, don't break things. Do something that will release that energy, okay? Especially if you're kind of stuck. Stress balls. Get yourself a nice little stress ball. New beginning. Yep, there's something coming in. If you can release all these things, I feel like Mercury retrograde is going to give you a new beginning or a new approach, a new thing for how you look at things or how you're dealing with things, okay? So be open to, like, a new day coming in, a new energy, a new life for yourself. If you are dealing with things, there's probably a new way of living that you're going to have to, or you have been embracing, and it's totally different than what you've been doing. But I think there's still a lot of anger things attached to this new life or this new way of living your life with or without something. So I would say figure out what's making you angry and address it. Okay? Counseling, like I said, karate, something. Or just realizing, okay, I'm mad, but I need to just remove it because all it's doing is hurting me. It's not getting better and it's damaging me. Tranquility. You need to ground. You need to find something peaceful. You need to find something to diffuse this anxiety, this anger, this I'm going to say pissed offedness. I don't know. That's not a word, but like, you understand. tranquility, peace of mind, something that's going to bring you peace. Okay? And you might have to go internal for Mercury retrograde for that reason. Our last but not least is Pisces. And Pisces is a water sign. So, power of choice, place your attention on gratitude. So, being thankful for what you have. You have a choice. You don't have to do anything you don't really want to. I mean, you got to pay your bills, but you get what I'm talking about. There are things that we kind of feel like we're stuck and we're not. It's more mental. I think we've talked about it. That's kind of like that Eight of Swords, talking about you feel trapped, but you're really not. It's just that you feel obligated, guilt, things like that. Water signs have things that they need to take knowledge and move into wisdom. Trust the magic. You've got rise above. Okay, so there's something that you are in. Sorry about shaking that. There's something you're involved in, or you're in, or you have. I feel like you've been put into something, agreed to something, and now you feel trapped in it. And I feel like you want to be. You have the choice to leave, but you feel obligated. Okay, so maybe this week you're going to have to address it. I can save for the future, or at least what no longer is needed. Time to conserve your finances and plan for the future. You may be holding on to things because of lack mentality. Focus on long-term goals. Yeah, this could even be like you've taken on some debt, and you need to maybe figure out how you're going to pay for things. You might have been spending too much. You may have a lot of credit card debt, and like all the interest rates have gone up, and you have to evaluate what you need to do to put your finances for the long term. That you might have to live with a little bit less, or you might have to go internally and say, okay, I'm spending too much, or I'm in an environment that it's costing me too much, or all I'm doing is working to live. Okay, and that's not a life. Okay, I know that's what a lot of people do, but if there's a way that you could get out of it, I feel like you're so worried that you're not going to have enough that you almost overwhelm yourself or take on too much, or you hoard and hold on to things that you should be getting rid of because you're so afraid that you're not going to have it later because there's been maybe some lack in your life. This Mercury retrograde for you, I believe, is going to be about maybe removing things from your house, or removing things that you're holding on to that you don't need to, that are really not helping you, or they're just cluttering up your space. This could include friends, people, relationships, boyfriend, girlfriends, things like that. So just take that in mind for this week. Courage, yeah, there's going to be some courage with getting rid of all the things that you've had for your whole life, or that your mother had, or your kids have, and you don't want to get rid of it, and all it's doing is taking up the room that you could use for something else, or you're paying for something that is for somebody else. It's not even your responsibility, or it's not even for you, and it's using up your resources, and it's putting you in this lack where it's not your job to take care of it. I know sometimes people pay for storage units. They're paying for bills for somebody. They've agreed to do it. Just take it as it comes. So you're safe. Fear is an illusion. Set strong boundaries. Yeah. You need to evaluate in your life what you need to do and what you don't need to do. And you need to allow people to not take advantage of you. I think that's part of things too. Somebody, something, some job is keeping you controlled, or they're keeping you where you are because you're feeling guilty or obligated that you don't change it, but all it's doing is hurting you. Okay, so I don't know. Sanctuary. You need to go someplace where you can feel safe. This should be your home, or your church, or any place that makes you feel safe and secure. So I feel like you need some grounding work. You need to find a place that you can afford. You feel safe. You can ground yourself. You can be in your own zone and focus. So there's something you need to focus on. I feel like you need to focus on your life and how you're living it, how you're spending, if you stay in what you're doing right now, it's making me feel like it's not going to be good in the long term. I think you need to evaluate some stuff for coming forward. because there's stuff that's not good for you. So focus during Mercury retrograde on what you need to do. So we're done now. The overall energy for everybody is going against the flow. You may have to travel or leave. So we got a consistency of having to deal with things, possibly leaving things behind, removing them. That's the Mercury retrograde. Reversed roles, live your own traditions, values, and others. Don't worry about other people. Just do your own thing, okay? Everybody needs to live their own life. The other thing is grounding. Definitely grounding during Mercury retrograde. But that one card, you live the life that you need to live. Don't worry about everybody else. Don't worry about what they got to say, and you know. And then you got purification. That's a consistent thing. This is Mercury retrograde. Cleaning out all the crap you don't need. And then your last card is miracles. So there's things coming in that you can not even fathom. So this is your month. This is your weekly readings. If you went all the way through, thank you. I hope that you enjoyed everything and that it will help you in this week ahead. If it resonates and it's something, just keep it in your mind. Okay, be ready for what's going to come up. Mercury retrograde. If you have any questions, I can tell you what your sign will be more affected during Mercury retrograde. And if you want to know what your rising suns, your moon sign, whatever, just send me your name, your birth time, and what sign you are, and I can figure it out for you so you can start looking for the things, how it affects your life. So with that, I'm going to say goodbye, and we will see you soon.